What's going on, fellow investigators? Welcome back to the C-Files podcast. I'm Special Agent Spooky Clutter.
I'm Special Agent Carter Sauce.
And tonight we are joined by BaconPewPew. How you doing, sir?
What's up, man? I'm doing good.
And we are going to be doing our Rob Zombie Halloween double feature night. And
Yay.
it is interesting because come tomorrow, we're going to be on a live stream with Bacon doing a Halloween costume contest on Halloween. And that will also be our final day as the C-Files podcast. That's right. So on November the 1st, we will be officially be called the Dark Ether Files podcast. So it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be a little sad because we're saying goodbye to an old name. But here we are. We're going to have fun. As much as I don't necessarily like these films, we're going to have fun with it anyway. We have Bacon, who loves the first Rob Zombie Halloween film. So it's going to be interesting discussion and watch along. So here we go. Let's get this show on the road.
It's not a funeral.
Okay, Carter.
So it is a funeral for the C-Files podcast, though, because the name is dying but changing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I thought you were doing a Rob Zombie joke.
no. Well, no, I was paying homage to our old channel.
Yeah. And we will
Resurrection.
so depending on how long, because I looked at the runtime for the first film we're going to watch, and it's 2 hours and a minute. So I'm hoping that because I think we have enough time to have both films in here, because the other one is an hour and 45 minutes. So I think we should be okay. I think we'll just have to go ahead and get started. So is everybody in position?
I am
Rock and roll.
ready.
Same here.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Gotta love Halloween.
Oh, hey, look, Dimension Films. That's already a bad start for me. Dimension Films presents. The darkest souls are not those which choose to exist within the hell of the abyss, but those which choose to break free from the abyss and move silently among us.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Miss C really enjoys the Rob Zombie Halloween films too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Miss C, here she is. Hey, everyone. I'm new to the channel. I thought I'd check you out. Well, thank you, Miss Carter. I really appreciate it. We know each other through Kyle, so that's really nice. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you here. We have the King of a Nation says C-Files dies tonight. It's kind of dark, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, clown mask and a rat.
Now, I will admit, as much as a fan of this movie as I am, not just this one, I like the second one too. The opening scene is a little harsh.
Yeah. Hey, fun fact. You know the kid that plays Michael in this movie? The little kid? Me and him actually share the same birthday.
The
that's interesting.
Daig guy. I forget what his last name is.
The French kid. The one who was in Hancock.
Yeah, Daig.
So we got Flett's House of Horror. He says, "Hey, Caleb, Carter, Bacon, Miss Carter, have a great stream, and I will see you guys later tonight when I jump on the stream." Yes, sir.
Man.
We're looking forward to it. It's just unfortunate that we have to watch Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but we'll make it.
It's good.
Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is this asshole?
That's Ronnie.
See, here's the thing. If you're a Rob Zombie fan, then you'll like these movies a lot more.
Exactly.
If you're a traditional Halloween fan, I don't think you might enjoy it as much. That's
the way I look at it. If you're a tradition hardcore Halloween fan, you're really going to enjoy the last part of this movie. The last part. Because I think he does a really good job of recreating the ending with, making his own little twist to it, but while keeping the elements into it. If you're not
Okay. That gave me a chuckle.
What?
The eggs are eggs are chicken abortions? What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I think if you're a moderate Halloween fan or even a Rob Zombie fan, like for me, example, you guys know I'm a Friday the 13th guy. That's my franchise.
Yeah.
Not really a hardcore Halloween fan. I enjoy the franchise like everyone else, but I do enjoy these movies for what they are.
Yeah, see, I mean,
but I also think a lot of reason people don't like these movies is because they try to compare it to John Carpenter's Michael Myers, when in reality, these Myers are two completely different characters.
They are.
Yeah.
Only thing is though is that how can you not compare it, because they're doing a remake. It's not like this is like a separate like horror film that doesn't have ties to the original. This is a film that has ties to the original. And
exactly.
I mean, you have to ignore the connection, otherwise you're not gonna like this film, which is the camp that I'm in, because I like before we started the stream, I literally was watching the original with my parents and getting an appreciation for that film is when I watch this one, my only issue is that this is a personal thing. I can't really say that it's entirely the movie's fault, because they're trying to do their own thing. So, you have to give them respect for trying to do something different. It's just,
what?
I guess when you have like expectations, right?
Well, it's the whole aspect of, I feel like if Rob Zombie tackled, really remade the original Halloween, then he technically kind of did it, because say you take away the origin part, the asylum part, and you just get the part where he's stalking Lori.
Mm-hmm.
That's Halloween. You know what I mean? That's the remake of the original Halloween. He just threw in a way you can argue that questions that didn't need to be answered, like his backstory and stuff like that. But me personally, I like how they explore him as a kid and what really fucked him up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody was really interested in, wanting to know why Michael is the way he is, then this would be the timeline for you.
Yeah.
If you're someone who likes the mystery of it, then this wouldn't be the one for you. Because I mean, my thing is that it's cliche. Like, the reason he is the way he is, it just feels cliche to me. That it's because he has a rough childhood and you got bullies that are messing with him, and that's why he grows up to be the psycho mass killer type
it's more
thing.
Like a modernized story.
Yeah.
And I think another reason why I really like these films is, they came out when 2007, so I was 7 and 9 when these came out, and these were the first two Halloween movies that I saw in theaters. So obviously, with whatever first movie for you in the franchise, you're probably gonna love it at first. Like Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's gonna leave an impression on you.
Exactly, it's gonna be one that you always go back to just for the nostalgia feeling, especially if you've seen it in theaters. Now, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I enjoy them so much. I also like Tyler Maine's Michael Myers. Like, even when I was ranking the Michael Myers and the Mask, I've told people that's the main reason why I like Rob Zombie's Halloween for the most part, is because I like Michael Myers in it.
Yeah. Well, if they were ever to do a Jason versus Michael Myers, I would suggest they use this version of Michael, because he's a lot more aggressive and versatile, and that would be a good like versus match for Jason.
I also like the build-up kind of to him finally snapping and killing the bully. They're revealing all these things of, hey, your kid's kind of fucked up, maybe you should take him to the asylum, get some treatment. And she's like, no, Michael would never do this and stuff like that. And then he snaps.
Jesus, you taking shots at smaller animals? Jesus, that's the early stages of a serial killer. Bro, Miss
Carter says, if it's going to be a I hate Halloween 2 bash session, I may not stick around. Well, we'll see, because and for the Halloween 2, when we start watching it, we're going to have a guy come on who's actually a fan of it.
I'm also a fan.
For me, we'll see. I mean, my first impressions of it, I didn't like it at all. And again, it goes back to what I said earlier about being a fan of the original, and this timeline has taken it into a completely separate direction. And if you like that, you like that. If you don't, you don't. Me, I don't necessarily like it. I mean, because the main question I would have is why remake it? Like if you're trying to make people or help people forget about the past few movies that came out, i.e., Resurrection, Halloween 6, ones that most fans agree are really bad, then I can see why you would want to. Yeah. But then I also say, why wouldn't you go back to Halloween 4, where they had a perfectly good ending to set up something different in the Halloween franchise, something that doesn't necessarily involve Michael directly. Yeah. You had a really good cliffhanger, and then you just kind of piss it away. But that, I mean, and I know that there are people out there that agree. Michael agrees. He always said that they should have gone in with the Halloween 4 cliffhanger. So
that would be a very interesting timeline to pick up on, and I wouldn't be against it, because I do enjoy Halloween 4 quite a bit. That's my second favorite movie in the franchise. So that would be a very interesting place to pick up, because it would be kind of hard to. I don't really know how they would do it, because he gets blasted, and then Halloween 5 picks up him going into the river, and I don't know. It'd be interesting though.
Hey, got
also the question: is it too late to do that?
Hold on, I want to get to that, but first I want to read the comments. So we got Red Rusty in the chat, says, "Sup, fellas? Hi, Miss C. Glad you came." Well, it's good to see you, Red Rusty. I'm glad you came back for our second watch-along series here, our second episode of the watch-along series.
And the reason that I say too late is because if you look at it, you look at Halloween Kills, Halloween 2018, it picks up right off the original. Most people have seen the original Halloween. And even if you go into Halloween, but you have that community of fans who haven't seen the entire franchise. So to pick it up in like just the flat middle, it could confuse a lot of fucking people.
Maybe,
but I mean, they could bring back Danielle Harris, because I know she said multiple times she's open to return. She wanted to be in Halloween 2018, from what I heard. So I mean, the people are there to do it. You can do it, but it's the question: would they do it? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to address your comment about people being confused, they could easily do they could show parts of part 4 in the film to get people caught up, because I mean, you remember some of the old Universal monster movies, like they would have like the Mummy sequels, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning of the sequels for the films, they would show the previous events of the previous film.
Yeah.
And in order to get people caught up. So I can see them doing that, and I think it would be a wasted opportunity not to bring in that timeline again and bring Danielle Harris back, because if you think about it, it could make sense where in the last movie you see her, she's a child, just like Michael was, and then you jump ahead years later, and now she's of a proper age where she would be more of a threat because she's an adult now.
Yeah,
and it could work. You just have to have the good.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could work. I agree with you. They could do like they did with Halloween 2. They pick up right at the ending of Halloween 4, and then a little time skip, or show the ending of Halloween. However they want to do it. But it's definitely they could definitely do it 100%. But it's just the question is I mean, I know it's a lot of places fans want to revisit, but is it something because I feel like the Thorn trilogy, Hollywood, not hardcore horror fans, I don't feel like they're going to look straight at the Thorn trilogy as, well, we could pick up there. They're always going to go back to those Halloween classics, like Halloween 1978 or,
Right.
Halloween 2. Not because, 4 wasn't good at all. It's just because those movies are more recognizable.
Right. Yeah. I like how they're showing The Thing from Another World in this. That's a nice little nod. Although it would have been a lot more clever if they actually showed John Carpenter's The Thing in there instead. It would have been like it would be paying homage to the original, but also doing something just a little different.
Yep. I love the way the clown costume looks in this one too.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny looking mask.
Yep. Another thing though, why the hell? Like, it's weird though that they got like a JFK poster hanging on the wall. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to read the comments here. So Rusty says, "If I was Michael in this, I would kill them all too." That's funny. He also says, "I like the first Rob Zombie a lot, but still haven't watched the second yet, even though I have it." I mean, yeah, I would say watch it. I wouldn't tell people not to watch it, because if you tell people not to watch it, one, they're gonna probably watch it anyway, and two, at least if you tell them to watch it,
she a stripper, eh?
you have like a good understanding of whether or not you like it and why.
Yeah.
So I would always say that if there's a movie that you don't like, that you've heard is bad, I would say watch it just so you can come up with your own opinion. I mean, that's just fair.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, so that's what mom does, huh? She's a stripper. Really? Hey, honey, you're a stripper. Take your fucking top off.
The music in this movie is really good.
Yeah, it's good though. Not to mention, I think Rob Zombie. Somebody dipped into Rob Zombie's playlist.
Oh, probably, definitely.
Yeah.
So Miss Carter says, "I just see the second Rob Zombie Halloween movies, or the two Rob Zombie Halloween movies, as their own thing. Granted, I'm aware Zombie was under studio pressure with the first movie, but surely studio would have been aware Zombie likes to do things on his own, do his own things."
That's exactly right. Because, and I would, if someone was going to watch Rob Zombie, the first thing I would tell them is, okay, you got to get it through your head that this is a very loose remake. Both of them are.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that the second one of Rob Zombies isn't even a remake of Halloween 2, because it's completely different.
Yeah, it's an original film.
Yeah. So the only thing I would say is that the first one is a remake. The second one is just a sequel to the remake. So
yeah, it's just a follow up to his own
from your
film.
parents' mistakes. Use birth control. Oh Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
Yeah, I got to put on subtitles because I don't have my volume up very high.
I think the mask is fucking awesome in this movie.
Yeah.
Although I do find it weird that they have this guy, the random boyfriend, bring the mask.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
I do like that. I like how he finds it in the house.
Yeah. But yeah, I do agree that the mask looks pretty good, all things considered.
I also like the casting for this movie is really good too, with
you have
young Michael and Tyler Mane.
You have a lot of Rob Zombie originals, I believe. I mean, I haven't watched too many of his movies, but when I watched Cinemasker's review of these films, he said that this movie has a lot of Rob Zombie regulars.
You got Sherry Moon Zombie; she's in every one of his movies. You've got, Sid Haig's in this movie.
Yeah. You have Danny Trejo. That's really funny.
Yeah, he's in it, and he plays a good character in this movie.
Yeah. You were my friend Mikey, or what did he say?
Joe Grizzly, bitch. He's in this movie. So yeah, I mean, most of his cast returns for all of his movies. Except Little Michael Daig. I think this is the only movie he's in a Rob Zombie. He doesn't return for the second one. Zombie said he was too old. And he was, because think about it. I mean, this was filmed in 2007. 2 years went by. He's a little bit older.
Yeah.
I think they still could have casted him.
So Rusty says, "Yeah, I like the Rob Zombie one because it is easy to see them as standalone films completely separate from the franchise."
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's a fair point, and I would agree. It's just, I mean, I've only known or been into the Halloween franchise for at least 3 years, but I was also a John Carpenter fan before I even watched Halloween, because I had watched The Fog and I really enjoyed that film. Even though it scared the piss out of me, I still enjoyed it, and I have a respect for his filmmaking, especially because I've watched so many of his films now, and I saw the hype. I find it very funny that this guy just gets taped up and he doesn't even realize. I guess because he's like really drunk.
Yeah, he's like
Probably.
wasted.
Yeah, or just do it. Or, dude, you're really gonna duct tape him and slit his throat? Jesus, dude. And in the words of Tiffany, Jesus Christ, man, was that knife super glued to your hand? Stabbings went down in the '90s with Dahmer and Bundy. Take it from Martha Stewart, though. If you know what I would do, I would just slip Drano into his beer and give it to him.
It's a gruesome way to do things. Then again, this is gruesome too, but you know.
Well, yeah. Not to mention that scene with the throat getting slashed. I know that they had like a balloon filled with fake blood, and they did that.
Oh, okay.
They covered it with makeup. I like what they did though. Kind of clever though.
Yeah, zombies special effects are really good.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Okay. Yep. Oh, and really, I think it's funny though that she has that up on her above her bed while she and her boyfriend are fucking. So it says, "Learn from your parents' mistakes. Lose birth control." We'll
Another thing about zombies movies that, you know, when people talk about zombies movies, their biggest problem with his movies is the dialogue. They don't like the white trash element and that kind of stuff. With me, he has a perfect movie somewhere in him, and I agree with him. Some of the dialogue is a little overboard, like fuck shit. You know, the whole opening scene of this is like, okay, you could have toned that down a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think somewhere in him there is going to be a perfect Rob Zombie movie because his cinematography is amazing. The way he shoots his movies, you know.
Oh.
As much as I don't really like Lords of Salem, you can look at that movie as cinematography, and it's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Terminator reference right here.
What's that?
What's
the reference?
Ginger is making a sandwich after fucking, and that's what he's doing. He's making a sandwich.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then they get killed.
He has a freaking baseball bat.
Oh, damn!
Another thing I want to say, I think like say someone who's never seen the Halloween franchise and this was the first movie they ever saw, I think it could be like kind of, you know, how people come off the original Halloween, look at this, they're like, what the hell is this? I think the same way with that would be if someone came off this movie and watched the original Halloween, they'd probably be like, what the fuck is that, you know?
Yeah.
Because they are completely different movies in that type of way.
But the question is, which one tells a better story? Now, this could be a question of relatability for the audience, because one person might look at themselves as a social outcast and look at what Michael's doing right now and say, I can relate to that. I mean, it'd be pretty sick, but somebody can relate to that. At the same time, you can't really relate to Michael Myers in the first Halloween because he's like a force of nature.
He's just a stalker.
At the same time, why would you want to relate yourself to Michael Myers?
Exactly.
Whether it be the original or this one, because either way, he's a killer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're planning to be a serial killer, then
one way you could argue that Michael's in a way a victim here in the Rob
in this
Zombie
film.
films.
He is,
yeah.
He's a
victim
child of abuse. And
victim of circumstance,
abuse and trauma, and and you can see the difference between him and Lori when Lori left and was adopted in this movie. How good her life turned out, and you can look at his.
And he stayed in a mental institution.
And then at the end of Halloween 2, they kind of become the same thing.
Yeah. Gotta admit, though, Judith has nice boobs again.
Yeah. You know she's supposed to be 14 in this movie?
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to play a 14-year-old in this movie. Because in the original, Judith was only 15.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's,
I think so. I'm pretty sure that she was only 15 in the original. Or she was supposed to play a 15-year-old.
You know, okay, so I like this part, that what he's doing right now to his sister, because that reminds me of Halloween 2.
Yeah.
That's a good little, like, nod. That mask looks really good right there.
It does.
See, that's where she fucked up.
Yep. Shouldn't have slapped her.
Yeah, like Busta Rhymes did.
Yeah. So she was playing a 17-year-old in the original. Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing is I like is kids actually talk like this in school.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, see. Okay, yeah, so she's supposed to be 17 in the Rob Zombie one. Yeah, she was
Okay.
15 in the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Michael's supposed to be 11 or 12 in this one.
I will say though, it looks a little silly, him having that mask on and him being so short.
The cinematography for it, though, it looks a lot like the original.
A little bit,
It's
yeah.
a little bit bigger, and it has a meaner face. But I think this one has gotten the closest to it before Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
But I still prefer this one over it.
Here's a good question: who would win in a fight? This version of Michael Myers or Halloween 2018 / Halloween Kills Myers?
Tyler Mane.
Well,
I don't know.
Halloween Kills.
I can't say that he would, because
He's not supernatural in this one.
yeah, that's the big difference at this. I mean, because at this point you can say definitively, okay, Michael is supernatural and kills, so he can't die no matter how much trauma. I mean, because obviously, I mean, you put Tyler Mane Myers against, Kills Myers, and just the sheer size and aggression alone, Michael would just tear him apart. But because we're dealing with a supernatural killer, it's like it's the same reason why Jason couldn't completely fuck up Freddy. Because I mean, yeah, he did. He absolutely fucked him up in Freddy versus Jason, but yet Freddy was still alive at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Rusty says that would be a fight worth watching for sure. Yeah.
I was gonna put two, like you said, Caleb. If you were gonna put two Michael and a Jason area, it would have to be Tyler Mane and Derek Mears.
Yeah, that'd be very entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Because they're both brutal.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard Halloween music and I was like, it wasn't matching up with my TV. My parents were watching it in the living room.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Michael doesn't kill his mom. I forgot that.
I like this scene too, where the reporters are talking. They're describing the kills, and they're more brutal than what we saw. Like if you listen, he says like he stabs Ronnie like 17 times.
Yeah, but he didn't. He only bashed his head over with a baseball bat.
Get it? 17 years old, 17 times. A stab for every birthday.
I do like Sherry's reaction, the way she's crying. Looks very realistic.
Yeah, she's a decent actor.
Yeah. See, that's something that Michael gave credit for on Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, is that when Laurie is crying when she finds Annie dead, that reaction that she gives is like really like gut wrenching and realistic.
And Brad Dourif's.
Yeah.
That was even better.
Yeah.
Smith Grove.
Okay,
I'm still confused, like what time period this is in though, because it kind of seems modern, and at the same time it seems like it's the 80s.
Yeah. Maybe this could be like the late 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, it's like you would like, if that's the case, then why wouldn't they do like some like for the Halloween movies they were showing, if they were, because they were paying homage to the original, right? So they show the classic movies. So why, if this was like set in the 80s, which would have been cool, they should have been showing, like the classic, like 80s movies, like 80s horror. Yeah.
It's like but then you go into Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, like it seems like it's the early 2000s.
Yeah. I will say I like Malcolm McDowell's acting. It's just,
he plays a good Loomis. He's not
for
he's
this.
Not,
yeah, at least for this time. But
compared to Donald Pleasant, though, no, you can beat Donald Pleasant.
And see that I think that's one of my ultimate criticisms about this movie is that there's not a lot of mystery to it, and I do like a good mystery, especially with Michael because, and once again, I literally just got done watching the original Halloween, so hearing Loomis's monologue about when he was with Michael, it's chilling, and I was having a conversation with my parents about this that a lot of John Carpenter's films aren't the kind of horror films that are like the jump scare filled, experiences you get at like at a haunted house, right?
Yeah.
They're a lot more psychological, and they're movies that kind of make you ask questions, and it sticks with you more.
Yeah.
These movies seem like more like Friday the 13th, for example.
Yeah.
They're more like popcorn entertainment. They're over the top. There's not a lot of like thought that goes into it, like or chills necessarily. I mean, you can find anything in a horror movie or in a movie in general. It's just the initial deliverance, like how the media is being delivered to you. John Carpenter's horror films versus other horror films. I always see a difference. Hey, there's Danny Trejo. Fun fact. So, what was it? 2 years ago, Carter?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
So 2 years ago, Danny Trejo shows up at this local convention we had. And the guy is short.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
He's
right?
really like I'm like maybe an inch taller than him.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Wow.
I'm 5'10".
I'm 6'1".
Yeah. But yeah, dude. I was like, my God, that's Danny Trejo. A short man.
He's a short motherfucker.
In the Rob Zombie movies, like the first one especially, Michael's the main character.
Yeah.
And then the second one, Laurie's more the main character. That's the difference between the original and this one. Where in the original, Laurie's the main character.
Yeah. And then here comes Michael's, I'll call it a mask fetish, just to be stupid.
I like that.
Really?
I like that about this movie. I like how he makes multiple masks, and we see him in a different mask almost every time.
Yeah. The only question is, why didn't he do that for Halloween 2?
Yeah.
That's something that...
I think the main reason he didn't do it in Halloween 2 is because, well, he had his main mask, you know what I mean?
True.
And the mask does change throughout that movie,
Yeah, it does too,
yeah.
Right? Which was a nice touch.
Yes.
I like how they had the mask age.
Yeah.
It was kind of blending what would be Halloween 2018 with the original Halloween.
And I prefer the Rob Zombie mask over the 2018 mask.
Are we talking pre, like withered or post?
I prefer the Rob Zombie mask over both, like all the 2018 masks.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I remember when I was like younger, and I remember sitting in front of the computer and watching like tons of trailers for the second Rob Zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing the scene where he's in the strip club and he's fighting the girl, and the girl pulls off half his mask.
Mm.
And he just looks. I don't know. I thought that was the most fucking coolest scene ever. Because 9 years old, I'm like, oh, I've never seen Michael Myers' face. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I like the mask because it hides my face.
Have you guys seen what young Michael looks like now?
Yeah. He looks like a drum
did.
Look like a crackhead. Look. That's him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, let me find a better picture of him.
You see, I almost do want to believe that this is in the 80s because of oh wow.
Yeah.
Because Loomis has this long hair and the style kind of reminds me of like an 80s hairstyle.
Yeah.
So I think this has to be like maybe mid to late 80s if we wanted to do like a guess.
I'll say, I'll say this is like, let's say 86.
Okay.
Because there is a time skip.
Yes.
And Michael's much older.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be easily late 90s.
Yeah.
And then I guess timeline would make sense then, because then you get into Halloween 2, and then it's 2 years later, and then it's the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I like how big Michael is too. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but I do. I like how intimidating he is.
I guess it's genetics that he gets to be so big.
I guess.
Or the other question is, what had they been feeding him in that asylum?
Yep. And question: why the fuck would they give kids actual utensils instead of plastic ones?
It's the 80s.
So we got so Red Rusty says, though people will yell at me, my favorite mask is in Halloween 6, though I think I revealed that last night.
I don't think people will yell at you. I think that's one of the better masks.
Yeah, it is. I was looking at pictures of it. I think last night I was looking at pictures and I was like, that mask doesn't look too bad.
I think before Rob Zombie's Halloween's, I think that one was the closest to the original.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, if you compare it to every other mask, you have the H4 mask, it looked nothing at all. Then you have 5, it's like weird, like narrow.
You can't really count 2 because 2 is the same mask as the first one.
Well, is it the exact same one? Or
yeah,
is
it's just a lot older. Like, it's the same mask, it's just older. Like, because they said it was under, what's her name, Deborah Hill? It was up under her bed in a shoebox. And she smoked cigarettes, and that's why it looks like that. And plus, Dick Warlock had a big head, and that's why the shape looks weird.
Huh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's funny, because if you look at, like, the Halloween 4 and 5 posters, it looks like the Halloween 6 mask.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
I can't stand the fucking alarm. Right. Turn it off.
Because I want to see this part.
Oh, sorry.
So you're fine.
Like that.
Aww.
Now I find in the theatrical cut, this scene's shortened.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure the scene where the nurse gives him the picture and says it could not be related to you. I don't think that's in it.
Yeah, big mistake, dude.
I love the asylum part because it shows him deteriorating. It shows him like going more and more not himself.
Yeah.
Oh. Aww. Goes in the ways of Bambi's mom.
She looks like a bitch nurse.
Bam!
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, I can see that.
15 years later.
Oh, that's right. Carter's watching the theatrical version.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, it's much shorter. We're still in the nurse scene.
Oh.
No, you're fine. Yours is going to go quicker because you got some scenes cut out.
So I have a question because it's been a while. So he wants to go see Lori, right? That's like one of his main things.
Yeah.
Like he wants to protect her, I guess, at least for a little bit before we get to the end.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think he wants. I think the main reason. I think his goal. I think he wants to reunite his family in the Rob Zombie ones, the people who were actually nice to him. And I think when she stabs him, he's like, hell no.
Yeah. That is an interesting contrast to, if you follow Halloween 2's storyline, where he's obsessed with his sister, yes, but he wants to kill his sister.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah, it don't really make sense, like, because we never see baby Lori with the Myers, or anything like that in the original. So I do like the aspect of how in the zombie films he's wanting to reunite his family, and then, yeah.
Though right here, I would say maybe not his mom because he's just screaming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think this is the scene that defines he's snapped.
Yeah. And there you go. That's all she wrote. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second so I can turn up the volume on because I want to hear. And then she kills herself.
Bam!
Watching old family footage. Which, I mean, I guess if you lost most of your family, then you just kind of off yourself. But I mean, it's like, dude, you have a baby. Why would you off yourself when you have a baby that you still have to take care of? It's like she's like, you know what? Screw the kid. Screw the baby. Isn't that what George Carlin says, Carter?
Yeah, no, fuck the children. Fuck them.
Oh, I see you're on your phone.
It's called multitasking. Waiting to catch up.
Well, wait. What do you mean waiting to catch up?
Waiting to catch up with you guys.
You're the one that's ahead of us. So.
Oh.
So right now we're 15 years later.
Oh, yeah.
Right now the two guys are walking into Michael's room with all his masks.
Oh. He doesn't like it when he touches me.
But see, if Michael doesn't want to really hurt the people that have been nice to him, why is he going to take out Danny Trejo then?
Because it's supposed to show how evil he is.
Keep
Like
your hands off his thing.
Like in Halloween 2018 when he kills the kid, it's just to show that he's nothing but evil.
But well, I mean, that could work for, like, original Myers, but if one of his motivations, like for his sister, was to be with the people that have been nice to him, then that's kind of like a contradiction. I mean, I guess he's deteriorated to a point, but then he comes back when he sees his sister, I guess.
In his head, I think in his head that everyone at this asylum's a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it don't matter if they were nice to him or whatever. I think in his head they're keeping him inside this place.
Mm-hmm.
And even like when you see Danny Trejo and Michael like meet, and he's like, "I got to put these cuffs on you, Mikey," and he puts his hands up,
Yeah.
He hooks him, and he's just like, "No."
Malcolm McDowell.
In a way, he's become my best friend. Take care, Michael.
So here's a good question. If we were to do a Derek Mears, Jason Voorhees versus Tyler May, Michael Myers, how would we get them together?
That's a good question. I think out of everyone, I think that those would be the two hardest to bring together. When I did my every canceled Friday the 13th film, there was a canceled movie where it was a Freddy versus Jason like outline and everything. And the way they were going to bring them together was Jason's family lived on Elm Street. They were just at the camp for summertime. And that's how, and then Freddy is gets inside Jason's head, and that's the reason he drowns. Basically. I guess they could do that where maybe, I guess, Jason lives in Haddonfield as a kid or something. I really have no idea.
You know what? Okay. You're actually giving me an idea. So keep. Okay, it would kind of divert away from Crystal Lake.
Okay.
But this is just an idea. So take what you just said about but instead have Jason and his mom living in Haddonfield.
Right.
And then Michael starts going on a killing spree. And Jason witnesses Michael killing his mom. And then that turns him into essentially what we're seeing here with Michael in this film, but for Jason instead.
Yeah.
And then you do a time skip to where they're both older.
Yeah.
And then Jason, because he's screwed up in the head, and you can keep the backstory where he was being bullied. So that adds on to his increasing, rage.
Yeah.
That he'll kill anybody that gets in his way, but he wants to go after Michael for killing his mom.
You could do all right, so I have two ideas. First one, Lori goes to camp and Jason kills her. And making Michael pissed off. You see where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
The other one.
Oh, this is where they fucked up. Okay, this is.
Then the other one is Jason and Michael are like they grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
Jason dies. Michael's in the asylum.
Uh-oh.
Michael breaks out at the same time. Jason returns to Haddonfield. Michael versus Jason. I don't know. That's two characters I think is very hard to bring back. All right, here's a scene that's very unnecessary. The rape scene. This didn't have to happen.
Oh yeah. I fucking hate those two jackasses.
So my first thought was I thought that one of those guys was going to try and rape Michael.
Those are two characters that reoccur in zombie films a lot too.
Oh god, not those assholes.
But not as rapists. Not as rapists. I can't believe they agreed to play this role.
Like a miniature snuff film, I guess.
Yeah.
Did he just finish that fast? Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
And when
Dude, that.
So as you fuck with his mask, he's pissed.
Like, really? You want to fucking... Really? And you're going to fuck in my bed wearing my mask? Oh, hell no. You know, I'd be pissed off. Like, to be honest, though, do you know the scene where the two guards are in Michael's room and they're like, hey, don't touch his mask? I'd be pissed off, too. If it was...
I love how he ragdolls him.
Dude, the guy's just hitting him with the baton. And it's just like he's not even fazed by it. That's hilarious. See, this is one of those things where it's like you're rooting for Michael right here.
There's two alternate scenes for his escape too.
Really? Is that based on the unrated versus the theatrical?
I'm not sure if I feel like this is in both movies. This one, I think it was just an alternate escape scene that's in like the deleted scenes. And basically the other one is they're escorting him and he just breaks the chains and he just kills everybody and escapes that way. I'll show you after the stream's over. I'll show you the alternate.
Okay.
When I was younger, I was like, man, why'd you kill Danny Trejo? He was nice to you. But as I've gotten older, it's just supposed to symbolize that he's
I'll let you have
like he has no mercy.
Unless it's his sister.
Yeah, unless it's his sister and she doesn't stab him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I used to always think the baton was like in his stomach.
Oh, yeah.
In the alternate cut, those are the guards that are escorting him.
Huh.
I love that pumpkin mask. I wish I could find one somewhere.
Yeah.
Dude, you could have just played dead. Played dead. Oh, shit. Holy shit. Oh. Jesus. Damn, Machete went out the way of Stu did.
I was good to you, Mikey.
If you're really good at holding your breath, you could have faked your death.
Yep. I've always said that I would do that if I was ever to come up against one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. You have to make it look realistic. Like, you have to swarm around a little bit, and then at a point you just...
Yeah.
But then you get this.
Oh, Big Joe. Is that Big Joe Green?
There's another deleted scene where Loomis is in the conference office with that guy, and they're talking about. I think they're talking about, Michael Myers and stuff, and how he hasn't spoken in like 15 years or something like that.
Wait, that's Mean Joe Green, the football player?
Is that true?
What is it?
Go ahead, Carter. What were you saying?
Wait, was that Mean Joe Green, the football player?
I don't think he was a football player. He might be, though.
Mean Joe Green? Yeah, he was. Remember that old Coke commercial?
Are we talking about the black guy with the overalls?
Yes.
Oh, Joe Grizzly.
He was in
He was in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Oh. Ugh. Jesus Christ, dude.
The remake. I mean, the original. My bad. That's another watch party series I'd like to do.
Oh yeah.
The Romero.
I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen the original Night of the Living Dead.
Jesus, dude. Look at this. Look at those nasty ass fucking toenails.
I keep forgetting that you're a little bit ahead of us.
Yeah.
I love this scene.
Tell you what, though, he's got some Wolverine mutton chops going on.
Yeah.
I met him at a convention this past couple months ago. He's pretty fucking cool, dude. I talked to him for, like, out of everyone I met, I talked with him the longest, and I asked him, I said, about this scene in particular, I said, so how did it feel to get fucked up by Michael Myers? He said, man, I had to take a dive. They were paying me. I was like, damn.
Oh, his feet are really muddy. Okay. I was wondering what Carter was talking about. He said nasty ass toenails. I was like, Carter, you realize that that's mud on his feet, right?
Oh.
It's a good thing he didn't like crap in the overalls. That'd be pretty weird. It's like that's one of your most vulnerable moments is when you're using the bathroom and then somebody just knocks on the door.
I'd hate to die taking a shit, dude.
A crappy way to go.
Oh, I think he did. Oh, dude, I think he did shit himself though. Or is that just blood? Oh, god damn it! Here we go again with this shit.
I was always confused why he didn't take that knife.
Yeah. What we got here is failure to communicate.
See, guys.
Oh, nice.
It's Joey Grizzly, bitch. Yeah, that guy was cool as hell.
Oh, wait a minute. So he doesn't take that knife that he has?
No, he gets the knife and his mask from the floorboards.
Huh.
Michael was probably doing some pull-ups.
Mm-hmm. So Rusty says, okay, so the King of the Nation says Mean Joe Green, football player. And then Rusty says, wasn't he? I thought he was too.
He might be.
No, he was. No, he was. Because you never seen those that old Coke commercial where the kid gives him a Coke and then the little kid, and then he gives him the jersey.
Is that him? Where he throws like all his he throws his jersey on him or something, and hands it to him?
Yeah, he gives it to him.
Is that really him? I never knew that.
Yeah, that's Mean Joe Green.
Oh, they just had Mr. Sandman playing in the background.
Yep. And I can't. And don't even get me started on. Even though I'm watching the theatrical cut, I've seen the unrated cut where Lori is just molesting a fucking bagel.
No, I don't. I don't think that was him. Because I'm looking it up. He don't look like him.
Look at this, mom. Lori! Don't even get me started. Okay, seriously. Help, mommy! Lori's touching me like daddy does at home. Can you tell me where on this bagel did she touch you?
I don't think that's him.
No, it's not the same person.
Oh,
No.
damn it.
I thought it. For a second, I thought it was, but no, that's not him.
So Red Rusty says a defensive tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers up to 1981. So yeah, he was, but it's not the same guy though.
No.
Yeah, that's one thing I really don't like about. I mean, the way they portrayed Lori, particularly. Well, I don't know. I'm used to.
I like Scouts, Lori.
Yeah, I like Girl Scouts Lori. This one, like, who the fuck is this? Who is this imbecile?
She seemed more teenage-like in this one. I thought she was almost like an adult in the original. But I guess it's time periods, I guess.
Yeah, it is because, I mean, back in the 70s, you had people that were a lot more
mature.
Yeah, more like a conservative. I don't mean conservative and political. I mean conservative mindset of, not showing too much. I mean, you had your wild people, obviously. It's just you had a lot of people, a certain way. And time period as well.
It's crazy that she would go on to do Halloween 2 and then nothing else more but a sex tape.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know about it. I think who told me about that? I think it was Brett Man that told me about it. It was an interesting. Yeah, this is where he gets his knife and mask.
Yeah, I think it's weird. How the hell did he have time to hide that shit?
This is confusing to me too because I'm like, how did it get under the baseboards?
Oh, so that's where the mask was hiding.
Yep. I like this scene.
Mask seems a little tight on his face.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Halloween 2.
Or H2O.
Yeah, good point. Miss Carter was asking you, Bacon, to say what you said again.
About what?
I don't know.
Well, it's about Scout.
Hey, wait a minute! I know that kid. The kid who's playing Tommy Doyle.
Yeah, he played in Vacation.
Yeah, he also played as young Sean Spencer in Psych in the later seasons. That's funny.
What'd you want me to say again, Miss C? And see, this is where, from this point on, this is the Halloween everybody is used to.
There she is, Danielle Harris. So Miss C said Scout.
okay.
Yeah.
So I said it's sad that after she did these two movies that she made a sex tape.
So she did just that. She didn't go into the industry at all.
I think she made like a couple movies, but I think they were like low budget movies. These are the only two movies I've ever seen her in.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, in what I just said, the bad video.
It is kind of ironic.
I think there's like two. I don't think there's just one either. I think there's like a couple.
It is kind of ironic though, because in Halloween 2, she's a lot more wild.
King of Ace said, "What's her name?" You sicko.
Anfield High.
Wait. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I was about to say, is that guy the same guy who played as one of the Johns in Halloween Kills?
Yeah, this scene was a lot longer in.
Let's see. We got Red Rusty saying, well, she was just trying to live up to Rob Zombie's taste, so I don't hold it against her. Look at the game.
Seeking snatch.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Here we go again.
What?
The totally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We get to play the drinking game in this film?
Maybe, maybe not. I'm out of the liquid though. Damn it! Here we go again.
See, Carter's ahead of us, so I keep having to remind myself about that.
Well, I have the theatrical.
Yeah, the director cuts on both films are a little bit longer.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't it you, Bacon, that was asking about that movie Ice Cream Man?
Yeah.
The guy in the glasses here in this scene. That's him. That's the Ice Cream Man. When it shows the guy with the glasses.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, that's him. Mm-hmm.
I got that movie on Prime the other night. I'm probably gonna watch it later on tonight. It's funny because if you look real closely on this, like the movies, and you look at the scenes at the beginning of the movie with Michael, and you look at the scenes later in the movie with Laurie, they're shot the same.
What the fuck?
Really?
So the scene where Laurie's coming out of the school and it's kind of panning, and you see the bikes and the kids at the bikes. The bullies, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's a scene later on in the movie, and you remember when Judith's boyfriend's walking through the hall to go get a sandwich, and he walks by that hallway, and Michael's standing there. Mm-hmm. Watch when Linda is in the house, and the boyfriend's walking through the hall. You'll see adult Michael standing there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty cool. And I didn't notice that until my first or second watch on these movies. I was like, oh, I said that's pretty damn cool.
I can't wait. Chucky? Brad Dourif's the sheriff?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
I
does
thought
an
you
excellent
watched.
job.
Wait a minute, I thought you watched this movie before, Carter.
It's been a long time since I saw it though. I forgot who that was though.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that you didn't. I didn't know that you didn't know.
I didn't know that was Brad Dourif. I thought
Yep.
that was just some random guy though, and then I realized, oh shit, that's the voice of Chucky.
Yep. You see what I mean? What I was saying a while ago about
Yeah.
how once you get past the beginning of the movie, it's Halloween.
Yeah. I guess, but I think that the discussion that people would have on which one they prefer,
Yeah.
Rob Zombie or original, it depends on what you see as a good Halloween film.
Yeah.
Because if you like the more 70s/80s aesthetic rather than a modern take, then
Watch this part right here. When Linda goes to her house and Lori's walking by herself, watch the trees behind her as she's walking.
okay. The trees are similar too. I wonder if did they film this movie in the same area that the first one was filmed?
I think so. I don't know if it's the exact same, but I think it is in California. I know the second one was filmed in Georgia.
Okay.
Georgia. Oh sweet Georgia.
So start watching the trees.
Yeah.
Here.
So like right here. Did you see it?
No.
You see when every time you go past the tree, Michael's walking. And
Oh
then,
wow.
yeah. So you'd see Lori, you'd go through a tree, you'd see the small cut, and then you'd see Michael walking.
There we go.
Being behind her.
Yeah.
Over huge, dude.
And then you have the classic music playing in the background too.
Yep.
But you see, here's the thing. This is really well done. It's just the reason why it's good is because it's just like the original.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's just if you're gonna if people are going because you said earlier that what if somebody's first exposure to Halloween was this film, and then they watch the original and say, "What the fuck is this shit?" You have to kind of set the standard to that person about what you're watching, because they're going to compliment that. Oh, this film was really good, but the original sucked. Is you do realize that the original was the original.
Yeah.
And this is made afterwards. They took from the original and put it here. So, okay, let's say you enjoy the remake better than the original. That's fine. Just remember to be respectful to the original film.
Exactly. You got to give it props where props is deserved. There's Sid Haig.
That's right. He was the yeah. He looks like a complete hillbilly.
He looks nothing like he looks nothing like he's supposed to.
Yeah. See, I saw Sid Haig in a movie back in the early 2000s called it was called Creature.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It was like a somewhat low budget horror film. Basically, you had these. Think of it was like a plot to Friday the 13th, where kids go to this camp area,
Okay.
but instead of Jason, it's this monster, and it's near a small town, but the whole small town is knowing about the creature, and I don't want to spoil too much because it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember Sid Haig in that film. That's when I first saw him. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's even got that blues tone.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think there's an alternate scene to that cemetery too.
Hey, they even have the similar van.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's an alternate scene to that cemetery where someone dies.
Really?
I feel like there is.
Dude, Okay, so I watched this part, and this looks very 80s to me. The whole van,
Yeah.
the guy's glasses looks very 80s, but this is probably like in the 90s. I mean, we're not seeing anybody with cell phones, so it's safe to assume that it's not like. Well, then again, this was made 2007. I don't know how many people were walking around with cell phones necessarily.
I like how they're like in the same room Judith was in.
Oh, this is the is the Myers house.
Yep.
See, I had the volume turned down fairly low, so and I mean I have subtitles on, but
yeah.
See, because I have an Elgato capture card, and what I was trying to do was I was trying to get the movie to play on my computer screen here.
Right.
But there's this thing on PlayStation where I have to disable this feature on PlayStation called HDCP. I don't even know what it stands for. It's like high definition something, but I have to disable it in order to be able to stream. Or not stream, in order to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to disable. Okay, I have to have HDCP enabled in order to watch the movie on my Blu-ray.
Watch right here. This is the scene I was telling you about. See him?
There we go.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I'm a few seconds behind you. Just a few seconds. Yeah. Let's see.
Speaking of, you get a crotch shot in this. Well, not really a crotch shot, but you do see Bush in this film.
Nice.
Which
I don't mind. Linda looks all right.
You don't see often. Which they showed full blown dead wiener in Halloween Kills.
True. So Red Rusty says, "Fear No Evil. I think that is the movie from the '80s that truly terrified me, really disturbed and frightened me the most of all I had or have seen. Fear No Evil. That movie sounds familiar.
It does. Let's look that up real quick.
The King of the Nation says the original Halloween may not have the effect today because horror movies have worn out the mystery surrounding those things that truly scare people."
Oh, see, I think the original Halloween still holds this. I think it aged well. I think it still captures that atmosphere. And
oh yeah, I mean for people. I mean, I think that the. Oh, sorry, I just.
This is a badass scene.
I find it funny that he had the ghost thing on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Michael, I guess, gets. Wait, does Michael do that here?
Yep. Yep, he does it.
Ah, there we go.
Knife still doesn't. I still don't think the knife's long enough to do that. Still.
Mm-hmm. Whoa!
Okay. Wait. Damn.
You know what I don't remember seeing in the director's cut?
What's that?
Maybe it was when I got up and went and got a drink, but it was his mom's suicide.
Yeah, you did miss it earlier.
Yeah, I got up and missed it. Yeah.
Wow. Hello.
Yep.
See, so this is something that I actually confused myself on. So in the original, when Linda asks for her beer, I thought that Michael actually brought her the beer in the first film, but I got that confused with this.
Yeah, he hands it out to her.
Yeah.
And her to come get it.
Yeah. Okay, so Red Rusty says HDCP is their content protection, their DRM thing. Oh, okay, so it has to. It's
protection.
Yeah, like I guess it stands for high definition copyright protection.
What is King of a Nation talking about?
That's it. For young viewers, the original will still scare the shit out of kids.
No, I'm talking about after that.
Oh, you mean before?
There's private chat.
I think because we were talking about I think because when you mentioned Bush,
Yeah,
I could see some Bush.
That's D. Wallace.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's D. Wallace.
Oh, yeah, I think you're
it
right.
is. Yeah, it is.
Wow, I'd never noticed that before.
Yep.
Wow, that's wow. Rusty says, I freely admit Fear No Evil was the only movie I can think of that made me start crying from real fear, especially the last act. Anyone hasn't seen it, view it at your own risk.
I have never seen it. But
yeah, me
I
either.
believe you. A movie that scared me growing up. I don't get scared easily, but one that scared me as a child was Jeepers Creepers. Not that it really scared me when I watched it, but it was one that followed me into my dreams. Child's Play did a little bit too. The first one.
Yeah. For me, mine was John Carpenter's The Fog.
Okay.
That was the first horror movie I had ever watched as a child.
Oh yeah, there was a scene in Freddy vs. Jason that freaked me out. The scene where she's dreaming and the little girl with no eyes turns around. That scene fucked me up.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that is a pretty freaky ass scene.
Yeah. And I was little.
You know, it's funny because that reminded me of The Fog, the original, when the guy gets his eyes poked out.
Yeah.
And then they find his body, and then it's like just like all red and black and stuff.
D. Wallace does good in this. And there's a scene in here too where he's holding her and he's showing her Lori's picture. He won't talk, but he's like just watch, and we'll talk about it after. But it kind of goes back to like, does he have mercy? You know, these people have been taken care of. You know.
It's like a twisted, like, he's not. So that's where I would say that he's not pure evil, like right the here. OG Michael.
I like how this Michael grunts and stuff too.
Yeah. Miss C says, I'm gonna have a good night, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Miss Carter, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you again sometime soon.
Good night, Miss C. Thanks for tuning in.
Rusty says, I'm actually glad I wasn't allowed to see horror films as a kid. I didn't see my first until age 14, which was a revival of the first two Friday the 13th at a drive-in. That's cool.
Hell yeah. I would love to see an original Friday movie in a theater.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think about the Tommy in this movie?
He's all right so far. Yeah. Although I do...
I think he plays a pretty good Tommy.
Yeah. He kind of looks like the original Tommy in a way. Just a little bit. It's the blue eyes.
Yeah. Oh, throwback to the original Halloween.
Mm-hmm. So they got these...
Like, the only thing it's missing is the dog.
Hey, you want to know something funny?
What's that?
The phone that Annie has in her hand right now,
mm-hmm.
We used to have a phone just like that.
Really?
Yes, with the same little button there. Lindsay Wallace.
It's crazy because the Laurie in this film looks completely different from the Laurie in the second one.
Yeah.
They look nothing alike. Yeah, I'll say James did pretty good on this mask.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really good looking mask.
Yeah, I think it's pretty screen accurate too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the hair.
Yeah, the hair is really good on these things.
Oh.
I like this scene. It's kind of a throwback to when he was little because I think she's watching the same movie.
Yep, it's the thing from another world.
Yep.
I just love how he's just standing there.
Daniel Harris looks nothing like this now. Like she looks way different. Like she's had plastic surgery and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like I don't know. Maybe it's because she's getting old.
I'm gonna look really quick.
Like go to her Instagram and look. Like let me see if I can find one.
What's her name on Instagram? Is it just
Horror Gal?
Horror Gal? You said?
Yeah. Like, there's a couple scenes that kind of look like her normal, but there's some that are like.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Wow, she does. Huh.
To your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking dead, dude.
That's interesting.
They're not home.
If you can believe that right there is Scout Taylor Compton and her.
Really?
Yeah.
I like how Annie has a Letterman jacket.
Haddonfield High. I wonder if they got to keep any of this stuff after the movie wrapped.
Yeah.
Smell my feet.
Is it weird that Tommy is dressed up like one of the characters from Lords of Salem?
Is he?
Like, doesn't he look like it?
I was gonna say he looks like one of the bullies from Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Johnny. Cobra Kai.
Hey, that looks like the same house from the original.
A little bit.
The setup is, huh?
Another thing I thought was funny is I grew up watching this movie. When I was young, like when it first came out, when I was like 7, I didn't really understand all the cuss words. And then I got older and I was like, oh, that's what that. Oh, okay.
So Scout Taylor Compton was actually in quite a few movies after this film. She was in a movie called Ghost House, Apache Junction, Feral, 247 Degrees Fahrenheit, Triple Dog, The Runaways, Room 9.
Was it anything known? Like,
I've heard of that movie Feral.
I think I've heard of that Fahrenheit movie.
Oh,
Let's see what else.
Okay. Rob Zombie just ripped off Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What do you mean?
Well, Annie tried to run out the door and he grabbed her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the way she was grabbed.
Oh, backhand.
Wow, you're way far ahead.
I love this.
Because I'm on the bracket scene.
Yeah, same here. She was in the Princess Diaries.
Really?
Too, yeah.
That's interesting.
She was also in The Core.
I've always wondered if these were real books. like actual books with words in them and stuff.
Like he's puts on his glasses.
Yeah.
So his monologue here is somewhat similar to OG Loomis.
Yeah.
I will say this for anybody that hasn't seen any of the Halloween films, I would say that they should watch the original first, then watch the remake and see which one they like better. Because, I mean, you could easily have somebody like just follow the original timeline, but once you get to like Halloween 3 and onward, you might start to like lose interest because of how ridiculous those movies get.
Yeah.
I would say like, okay, if you're eventually gonna watch all of these films, watch the original, then watch the remake, and then start watching everything else. Just remember that there's different timelines and different things like that. So Rusty says, yeah, I just got that 247 Degrees Fahrenheit DVD last week. Haven't watched it yet, though.
I was going to say, it sounded familiar.
The King of Nation says, Loomis is the shit. Watched Town of Pleasance in The Great Escape.
Okay.
And he said, military movie from the 1960s, which is The Great Escape, I guess.
Cool.
Oh, I can hear somebody's movie. I don't know who it is.
Sorry about that.
Mine.
Oh, you're fine. Steve McQueen. King of Nation says Steve McQueen, The Great Escape. Speaking of which, didn't in the original Blob they tried to have Steve McQueen play as a high schooler, and he was like in his 30s?
I don't know.
I think that's what the original had. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Danielle Harris goes topless here.
Yep. I don't think she minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can look at her Instagram and see that much.
And Michael's just standing there. Some of this dialogue reminds me of the Friday the 13th remake, where the guy's like, your boobs are stupendous, or
perfect nipple placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I guess if you got to do like the dirty talk or something. So, Red Rusty says 247 has Tyler Mane starring in it too. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, and there goes the boyfriend.
Tyler Mane played Sabretooth.
Really?
Yeah, in the X-Men, the original X-Men movie.
No shit.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yep. Yeah, hang on a second. I'll show you. Give me a second.
At least Annie fights back here.
Yeah. This is kind of pathetic right here, though. Where you just backhand.
I was actually kind of surprised that he didn't kill her right here.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That's one thing that diverted from the original, so that's cool.
Yeah. And she returns.
Yeah, she does. Only to get killed in an even worse way. See, that's the thing. This one is a lot more violent.
Yep.
That's one thing
I do like that about this Myers, how brutal he is.
Yep. then you got to ask, okay, so is he more brutal here or is he more brutal in kills?
Yeah.
Because at that point, Michael was going down the same route. I mean, all you got to do is just look at the beginning of Kills, where not only just the firefighter scene, but when he's with the old couple and he's stabbing that guy with multiple knives. It's like he's already dead, and you're still just.
In the first Rob Zombie movie, he's kind of remorseful. The second one, he's pissed off.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what Lindsay's costume is.
I think she's supposed to be like a princess or something.
Yeah, I think she's like an Egyptian queen. I think that's what they said.
I mean, the headset looks pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty cool. But the rest of the costume's like, okay.
Yeah, Brad Dourif did a good job here.
Yep.
Rusty says the remake of Papillion is the bomb. So damn good, even better than the original, which is saying a lot since that's my favorite Steve Queen movie.
I agree, Rusty. I love the Papillion movie. It has Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy. It's got what's his name?
Whoa!
I forget what his name is. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I find it really funny that they take a lot of shots from the original here in this film.
Yep.
Like even going across the street, it looks just like the original neighborhood.
It's got Papillion and Rami Malek in it. Yeah.
So this is why I'm really surprised that Michael didn't kill Annie right here. It's weird. But he screwed her up good, didn't he?
Imagine being a dad watching your daughter with blood all over and her titties out. Like, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too.
I think he was using her as a trap.
Yeah. Hey, what if Sheriff Brackett in this film, comes across Michael in the sequel and says he finds out that Michael's the one that not only did this to his daughter, but then killed her in that film, and he says, "It's Halloween, Michael. Everyone's entitled to one good skin."
That would be
or what if all them cops who are camping outside the barn just start chanting, "Evil dies tonight"? I think I prefer these over Evil Halloween Kills a little bit.
Maybe.
Maybe.
As far as the story goes, yeah, because at least this movie has a story. Halloween Kills doesn't really have a story, does it?
I think that the dialogue in Halloween Kills is worse. Oh.
Sorry, what's up?
I think the dialogue in Halloween Kills is worse.
Yeah.
And it's cheesy. Or this one isn't. It doesn't have that.
Yeah, this one is a lot more gritty and realistic.
Uh-huh.
Which was what the original film was trying to do, though. It was trying to give the idea that, something like this could happen to anybody.
Exactly.
This one, you could still technically do the same thing, although this is the brother-sister connection instead.
Yeah. And I don't mind the brother and sister connection. Like, I like it. I think it makes more sense.
At least for this film. I don't really like the idea of it in the original timeline because it ruins that mystique about Michael.
Yeah, it does. But I still enjoy it because it's kind of like the fans who are wanting more questions.
Yeah. What's going on, Simone? How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Did you enjoy that the Halloween virtual convention?
Virtual convention, that's interesting.
Yep. Another YouTuber was doing a Halloween virtual convention.
Cool.
He says he's in 2 live streams right now. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. See, the kid screaming like that, I completely and utterly believe it.
Yeah.
Because if I was their age, I would have the same reaction. I mean, that really tall dude, I mean, looking at you through the window with that deformed mask, I'd be screaming.
First off, I would have, just saw him bust in through the front door. What makes you think he's not going to get through the bathroom door?
Yeah.
I like how he turned these cops into nothing, though.
Yep. Not to mention, though, that asshole shot him in the shoulder with a fucking 9mm.
Yeah. Have you already got through the movie, Carter?
Yeah, I'm in the basement right now as we...
Okay. Wow, yeah, you're way ahead of us. Yeah, it shows you the difference, people, between the theatrical and directors, how much it's cut.
Don't do it, Lori.
This is the police. Are you all right?
Do I look all right?
We are going to save you.
A few moments later.
See Michael waiting.
Hey, but you know what, Carter?
Using it as a trap.
You know what, Carter? That at least one of these cops is doing proper handgun safety. Keeping his finger off the trigger.
Yes.
Good, good, good.
Oh, really? There's no one out there? Oh, really? Then who busted through the damn door?
And did he just grunt?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so out of all three of us, I'm the one that's behind the most.
I don't think me and you are much behind, though.
Yeah, you're just a few seconds ahead. So at least this time, I mean, he gets shot in the shoulder. You could still kind of move. Plus, he's a big guy, so.
Mm-hmm. At one point, he knocks that bitch out because she's quiet when he goes out the door.
So she's been abducted.
I like the shot where he's walking down the road with her in her arms.
Kind of reminds me of the classic Universal Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
You see the same thing.
Yep. Rob Zombie's a big fan of the Universal Monsters too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's doing a Monsters remake.
I think where people are saying, Rob Zombie's got his perfect movie. I think the Monsters might be his perfect movie. He's such a big fan of that the Monsters. I don't think he's gonna. He can't fuck it up.
We can only hope.
He could definitely fuck it up, but I'm saying, I just don't think he is because he's such a hardcore fan of it.
Yeah.
It won't be white trash. I
certainly hope not.
It better not be.
There'll be a lot of people pissed off if there is.
What the? Okay. What the fuck?
See, Carter's ahead of us, so he's freaking out over things we're not even seeing yet.
Yep.
Okay. Bullshit.
See, I think another critique I would have about this film is that Loomis doesn't Loomis is featured quite a bit in this film. I'm not saying that. It's just his role seems more like a support in a way.
Well, I think it's because Michael's more the main character in this film.
True, but I mean, compared, I'm not in comparison to Michael, but I mean to everybody else, like the other side characters. I feel like he's not getting as much focus necessarily, or maybe I'm just not paying enough attention.
You remember in the original, we start off with Dr. Loomis.
That's true.
Yeah. And we kind of we start off with Michael, and then we cut to Loomis.
Yeah. Oh, that's Linda. Okay.
Yep.
I was seeing the naked girl. I'm like, wait a minute, is that Annie? When did she get there? And it's like, nope, that's not. And Annie is dead, naked, and in front of the Myers grave. Tombstone.
I heard that Rob Zombie made them rebuild this basement set like 4 times
Oh, really?
because they just weren't getting it right.
Hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure this is all built on a stage.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. Nice little jack-o'-lantern, though. Us. We're just dead. Should not realize that.
Yes, I do.
It's like Michael's like losing his patience, maybe. Hey, what's going on, Jay man? How you doing, man? Doing all right?
Jen, what's up, buddy?
Welcome to the live stream.
We are watching Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh, he just took off his mask.
He's so much bigger than her.
Yeah. You know, I wonder what would have happened if she had actually like not tried to kill him.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
She would have saw a white horse, and then there would have been.
And that's where she kind of sealed her fate, I guess. Big mistake. Big mistake.
He's pissed off.
Got him pissed now.
Yep. That's where the shape takes hold, right?
Yeah.
They don't. What do they ever refer to him as the shape in this film?
I don't think so. Maybe in the credits.
I mean, they don't necessarily refer to him as the shape in the first film either, but they do have him listed as such in the credits. God, dude, I'm really liking the idea of having this version of Michael go against Derek Mears' Jason.
Yeah.
It'll be such a big like slobber knocker fight. Use a wrestling term there, slobber knocker.
Michael just came out and just fucking tombstoned Lori.
J-Man says, you guys do a great job. Thank you, J-Man. I really appreciate that. Or we appreciate that, even though Carter's on his phone. Rusty says, haven't seen the second yet, sitting over there in a stack waiting on me, but I do like the first one. Well, you know what, Rusty? What you could do is you could watch it along with us.
Nope.
You could,
he has StreamYard too, so he could probably, if you wanted to ask him, he could join the stream.
Yeah, Rusty, if you're interested, if you want to join us in the stream, you're more than welcome to. We have slots open to join us.
Yep.
So if you want to join us, let me know, and I'll find you on Facebook. I think I've seen you on Facebook a few times. So what I think I'll do is I'll find you. I'll send you a friend request. We'll put you part of our little chat on Facebook Messenger, and I'll shoot you the link. And you can just join us. We can all watch it together.
Sounds good.
That is, if you want to. It's up to you.
I know not many people like this movie. I do.
True. I do not, but I've only seen it once, so I have to watch it again.
2. Three.
I like how he shoots him and then says stop again. It's like just end it. He's already killed several dude. Like
I think he does. I think this Loomis is sympathetic for Michael. I think he feels bad for him.
Yeah,
he tried everything he could to help him.
Yeah, you're right. It's just the thing is at this point, it's like, dude, he's killed how many people at the Smith's Grove?
Yeah,
and in brutal fashion. On top of that, at this point, you should embrace your legacy.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we have what's his name's Michael's friend. Hello there.
Hello there.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, doing all right. Did I miss it? Did I miss anything?
No, you're good. We're still on the first one.
Yep.
Wow.
So we're actually the first one's about to end for us, and then we'll
does
be
like
hopping
a
on to the
snake
second
on
one.
him.
Oh, that's what I
I thought it was a snake. I was like, what the heck?
So how you doing, man? My name's Caleb. This is my co-host Carter, and that's Bacon. BaconPewPew. How you doing?
All right. Nice to meet all y'all.
Nice to meet you too. So yeah, we'll let you know when we get into Halloween 2.
Yep.
And
All right, no
we
problem.
might have one other guy joining us. Well, actually, we'll have another guy joining us, but we might have another guy joining us for the stream. So.
Yes.
There's also an alternate ending for this movie.
Really?
Yep. If you go into the special features, you can look it up online. You guys remember in Halloween 2, the second Halloween 2, Rob Zombies? You notice the movie starts with him in the front yard.
Okay.
The end of this movie, the ending we see, Laurie, they go out the window and Laurie shoots him, apparently in the head. Well, the beginning of the second one starts off with him in the front yard. The alternate ending is the cops show up and he's holding Laurie hostage, and Loomis talks to him and he lets Loomis go. He lets Laurie go, and then the cops shoot him multiple times. Yeah. Like I said, I'll show you some of these before we go into 2.
Yeah, please do.
So yeah, like this scene right here where he's talking to her.
Yeah.
He would let her go, and then the cops would shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. She got rid of the jacket. Let's see. I might put it on and watch it. That's a good idea. But as I found out with Wolf, my connection won't do more than 2 or 3 cams tops. I'm too lazy to get dressed at 10:30 at night. Oh, that's fine. You just you let me know, Rusty, if you see something that we're doing that we're planning for like a future stream. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. So you just let me know, and we'll go from there. Man, Loomis is fucked up in this film.
Are y'all Rob Zombie Halloween fans?
Not exactly. Though I will say that the first one isn't as bad as I used to think. I still prefer the original, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Now, Halloween 2 is a little bit of a different story, though. Then again, I've only seen Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 once, so.
Ah.
Carter, did your movie end yet, or are you still
Still,
playing?
yeah.
I would have thought yours would have been over by now since you're watching the theatrical.
Yeah, I'm at the part where Michael is just stabbing the roof or the ceiling.
Okay, so you're close to us.
So, Rusty says, I like them as separate, unrelated films to the franchise, referring to the Rob Zombie films. See, it's hard for me to do that because, you're clearly, at least for this first film, you have, I mean, it's a remake, first and foremost. Second, they're borrowing heavily from, at least in regards for scenes, from the first film. So it's hard for me to disconnect. To say that, they are separate from the original timeline, and the original timeline has its own set of problems. But at the same time, it's still difficult for me to separate it completely. That's okay though, because you like what you like, I like what I like, and I don't hate this first film.
Yeah.
I just prefer the original. Second film, however, again, I have to watch it again, which we're gonna do. And then, because the only things I remember from the second film were the white horse thing, and then the ending, or the fact that there's like two endings one where Michael gets shot up and the other where he gets stabbed.
Yeah, and he talks on one of them.
Yeah. He says, die.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was kind of funny. Shit. But yeah, I definitely think that Derek Mears Jason would go well against this Michael.
Mm-hmm.
It would be awesome. I'd love to see that. Question is though, is Derek Mears taller than Tyler Mane, or is he shorter?
Oh no.
I'm not entirely sure. Because the question is, who should be taller than who? Or should they be equal in height?
It should be equal. So Derek Mears is 6'5".
Okay.
Tyler Mane's 6'9".
Ooh. So, wow, okay. Well, all you got to do is put on some certain boots, Derek, to match the height. It's funny because I always picture Jason as the taller out of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, no. It's Michael. Michael is the.
Well, if you look
the
at the original Michael Myers and the original Jason, Michael Myers was originally super small.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick Castle isn't that tall. I think he's actually maybe just a little taller than me. I think.
I think he's just like a normal 6 foot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nick Castle's 5'10".
Oh, wow. So Rusty says, I think people who've watched this franchise deep in their life for 20 plus years can do that a lot easier than newcomers or those who haven't been steeped in the franchise mythos. Yeah, I agree. And then J-Man says, I think Derek is shorter. And yep, he is. He is shorter. So Kyle said that he'll be home in a few minutes, so he'll be able to join us on the stream.
Cool.
We're going to have a nice packed stream. We're going to have 5 people. That's exciting.
Jerry.
Damn, Lori's face is really fucked up right now. Wow. Oh, that's right. She gets tackled out of the window, doesn't she? How the fuck does she survive that?
Yeah.
Look, okay, suspension of disbelief for Hollywood film. I gotta remember that. It's just... Oh, shit. Spear! Wrestling. Anybody here wrestling fans? Or at least used to be?
Yes.
Lori got speared.
Yeah.
You would have Michael like RKO'd her?
Oh.
You know what? Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure the Undertaker got the idea for his rising up from the original Halloween.
He did. Really surprised we haven't seen Undertaker in a horror movie. We saw Kane, but
That's true. I wonder why.
He's pretty
Good
big
old
too, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, see, this is one of the endings, and then there's another ending.
Okay, so he gets shot in the face.
Yeah. Because originally Rob Zombie didn't want to do a Halloween 2.
Interesting. I wonder why.
I think it's because how the studio was controlling a lot of this movie.
You think that it was the studio that pretty much
He said in an interview that it was a pain in the ass making this movie. I think he said that it was like one of his most stressful movies he's ever made.
Wow.
Because he said he had like studio heads calling him every day, like, "Hey, we want this in the movie" and stuff like that. And he kept telling them, "Hey, if I did this, I'd have to reshoot this and stuff like that." And that's it.
That's it.
I like this where it's like flashed to like childhood.
It says based on a film instead of based on the film. That's interesting. Did you guys see that interview I think it was at like a panel at a convention maybe, where John Carpenter was asked about his thoughts on this film, and he said that Rob Zombie had said that John Carpenter didn't give him good graces or something along those lines. I had just seen the video recently.
Yeah, that he said that their Michael was too big or something like that. But Rob Zombie says that John Carpenter gave Zombie his condolences to make this movie because he called Carpenter.
That's what Carpenter said. But then Zombie was interviewed on something and he said the complete opposite. I have to look at the video again. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though because I've seen that interview.
And the movie does kind of end abruptly, in a way.
Let me pull up those alternate endings.
Yeah, go for it. So, okay, so we're only at an hour and 59 minutes, so we're good. We can do the second film without having to do a new stream.
Nope.
Okay.
What was that other alternate scene I was going to show you? Oh yeah, the escape scene.
Yeah. We're not going to get like a copyright strike, are we, on this?
I don't think so.
I guess we're not showing the whole film, so.
Yeah, I'll turn it down a little bit. That way the audio doesn't get caught.
Yeah, where's my... Oh, there it is. So this is the theatrical ending?
No, I think this is an all-out alternate ending because both of us have the original ending. But this is where Halloween 2 picks up at.
Okay. J-Man says Derek Mears will make a great Frankenstein and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea.
I think he could play Frankenstein. He's got the height.
Yeah. This reminds me of Halloween Kills just a little bit. That
I prefer this ending too.
Kind of reminds me of Obi-Wan and Anakin saying when he said, "I failed you."
Oh, God damn it. Not that shit again.
See how it's flashing back and forth?
Yeah. I have a good question. If the studio wasn't like really involved in what was being put in this film, I wonder how much different it would have been. Like if we would have seen different like takes.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like maybe less references to the original.
But I know when the second one came around, the reason the second one, the way the second one is, the reason fuck, I can't get my words right. It's because the studio said, "All right, Zombie, this is you."
Dude, this is
Yeah, they lay into his ass.
Ironically, this is how one of the alternate endings is for the second film.
Yep.
See, now, Sheriff Brackett at that moment, I would fully expect him to pull that.
Yep.
After what happened to Annie.
Yeah, see, I like this ending more.
Yeah. So, Rusty says the H fans' reaction to the movie didn't help his mood either, which added to the unpleasantness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
I gotta use the bathroom and then I'm gonna grab some snacks.
Yeah, go for it.
Here's the alternate escape scene.
Students with ADHD.
I think what we'll do is, because I think the StreamYard like max amount of time for recording is 4 hours, right? If you have okay, so this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream, but don't go anywhere because we're gonna start up another stream, and it'll be part 2. So we'll be doing Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 for this. So just stick around on the channel. I need to tell Kyle as well that we're going to be doing.
I gotta find Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Okay, so for everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. We will be back here in a few minutes for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And for everyone here joining me, just stick around. I mean, you can actually just stick around right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave this room just yet. I'm going to set up the other room and then, invite you guys. So just check the Facebook group chat, and you'll see it there. So thank you guys very much for watching, listening. And until next time, my fellow investigators, and until a few minutes from now, remember that the entertainment is out there.